What's going on, guys? This is Hitchy Good, your favorite all-American freedom-loving gamer, and I've spent the last couple days grinding out the Modern Warfare 2 beta. There's a lot of things I love and a lot of things that I hate, but for right now, I just want to be optimistic. I want to look on the bright side of things. And this time I'm really going to try and just play the game, grind it out, figure out the meta, and not really focus quite so much on the negative that might ultimately end up just having me go back to Battlefield 4 like in times past. And yes, Battlefield 4 is still alive, and it's still freaking awesome. You check out some videos on that.
Yeah, I gotta admit, that was pretty tits.
With COD going over to the 2-year releases, though, I'm really looking forward to some good quality gameplay instead of this rushed hot garbage that we've been fed ever since Ghost, barring maybe a few exceptions.
That is one big pile of shit.
And I'm really going to try to listen to the complaints about the game, but not let those complaints give me a reason not to play. So, before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know if you're looking forward to Modern Warfare 2 down in the comment section below. As of editing this video, we're just 34 subs away from unlocking community tools, which is going to help us grow even faster. So if you do subscribe, do me a favor. Please let me know in the comments below so I can personally thank you. But for now, on with the show. So the first thing I noticed immediately upon hopping into this game was the sound design. And I know, wow, Hitch, what an innocuous small thing to notice. But for real, guys, I mean, look back to Battlefield 1 and the impact and the immersion that audio can have on a game. It really does matter, and it's something that I think can really tie the game together. Maybe when they work out a couple kinks, I think it's just all the attention to detail also goes into audio as well. And I know, look, I know walking around sounds like you're slogging around in some clogging shoes as opposed to military boots. However, the rest of the sound design, I think, is pretty awesome. Each gun has a unique sound, and because of that really sharp concussion of that sound coming out the end of the barrel, coupled with the somewhat chaotic visual recoil, it really does feel like your bullets have impact. Because I've shot fully automatic guns before, and if you're anywhere close or near a structure for the sound to bounce off of, you can feel that concussion like slapping you in the face as that gun goes off. And I kind of get the same feeling here. It reminds me of the similar design of The Last of Us. In The Last of Us, if you shot off a round, it felt deadly. It felt like it mattered when you pulled the trigger, and we kind of feel the same thing here. Secondly, I've also heard a lot of the same from streamers who have already played it in the first beta weekend. They say if you like Modern Warfare 2019, you're probably going to like this, and that's good news for me because I was a huge fan of Modern Warfare 2019. The game did have its flaws, but it was the one that kind of brought me back to the franchise, and I'm really grateful for it. I was wowed by these incredible graphics. They look even better. Just a little bit better is a lot because 2019 looked pretty good. And I can tell right off the bat that it's an improvement on what Infinity Ward produced just 3 years ago. I think the lighting has been a little bit better utilized, and the same attention to detail that 2019 presented is also here when it comes to, you know, reloads and weapon handling. That means a lot, and that definitely increases immersion just to see that they paid attention to those little tiny details. The movement of the weapons with the character is noticeable, and it does help with immersion as well for just that little bit of extra polish. And the gunplay here, I gotta say, is second to none. Of course, Infinity Ward always seems to knock the ball out of the park on that aspect, and they've done the same here. Now, surprisingly, I do enjoy the map design in this game, and part of the reason I do, I believe, isn't just because of the map layout per se, but because of the new vaulting system. I know in certain situations that, yeah, it can be clunky, it can be a little bit weird, and maybe it might trigger whenever you don't want it to. I didn't have a whole lot of situations like that, but there seems to be a ton of new places that are opened up in the map that previously would have been unreachable in previous titles. There's a couple places that I tried out just to see if I could get up there, and like, holy crap, I can. It gives the player a lot of options, a lot of free will, and how they're going to traverse from point A to point B. And in that time that I played, I never ran into any invisible no-go zones that are usually just a product of lazy map design and, once again, break immersion. I'm also going to say that I've only scratched the surface and the aspect of customization. The progression system, while sometimes a little bit confusing, and that's mostly due to the menu layout, I do hope they can clean it up more in the final version. But it's pretty decent, and it forces variety, and you have to continue switching up weapons and receivers to totally level up a gun. Now, usually, force in a video game really is a bad thing. It's not something you want, but I do believe that they've properly balanced it out here with making the gun super easy to level up. And maybe that might end up combating the whole meta, trend. If people, if they have to try out a gun before leveling up the gun that they really want, maybe they'll switch it up. Maybe they'll find something that they really enjoy, and it kind of diffuses the meta just a little bit. I'd have a good round every now and then, and I'd probably watch myself rank up like 8 to 10 to 15 levels on one gun. So they've made it really easy to level up, and I'm not sure that's only going to be for the beta, or if they'll slow it down for the final release. But even if they cut that weapon XP in half, it's still going to be pretty dang quick. So after trying to level up guns for Caldera by playing hours upon hours of Vanguard's broken and glitchy multiplayer, this really is a welcome relief. And I'm very excited to dig deeper in the Gunsmith 2.0 upon release and check out just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Also, as an honorable mention, third-person COD is actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I don't know that this particular mode is going to stick around, but it really is fun, a fun departure from the regular FPS gameplay. I did hear some creators relay that the ADS mechanic for third-person was kind of jarring. It made them, kind of seasick or something, because the camera like instantly just swings into first-person mode every single time you ADS. But I didn't really feel that way. I might have spent an hour playing it, maybe they spent more and they got tired of it, but maybe, it'd be nice if there was an option to just zoom in from third person with your ADS. But then again, a lot of the sights and reticles in the game become pretty much useless at that point. In my stream the other day, I had people constantly popping in asking if Modern Warfare 2 was worth buying. Was it better than 2019? And that's pretty hard to say right now because we're still in the honeymoon phase of it. And that's mostly because, that's on a personal level. I believe it is. I think it's worth buying, but I could be wrong this early. I really could. If you really want to know and you're watching this video at its release, you can still hop on the open beta lasting until the 26th. You've got just a few more days. That's where you're going to get your answer. But for now, if you want to relive any nostalgia of the golden era of video games while you wait on that Modern Warfare 2 release, please don't forget to check out my retro reviews at the end of this video. God bless, happy gaming, get you good out.